Hi, welcome to Reddit Tea Time. I, 26 female, went on a family trip with my in-laws 2 weeks ago. Mother-in-law always thought that I'm a bit ignorant and backward, and that just because I come from a lower-class family, compared to hers, that I have no etiquette. After we arrived to the hotel, they arranged a visit to a fancy restaurant for dinner. My husband avoided telling me, and I learned it last minute after he had already gotten dressed. I asked where he was going, and he said he and family were going to eat out, but I wasn't invited because his mom assumed that since I wouldn't be familiar with the food and how to eat it there at the restaurant, then it's better for me to stay in and eat at the hotel. I didn't argue, I just let him go. Then I packed and took the first flight home. He freaked out and called me many times, and when he found out that I went home, he blew up and called me ridiculous and irrational to do this. Even said that I acted in an ungrateful manner and embarrassed him in front of his family after he literally begged to have me go on the trip. We argued and he started giving me the silent treatment after he came home. Moreover, his family are indirectly criticizing me on Facebook about what I did. Did I overreact? Edit 1. He didn't even mention what type of food they ordered. Edit 2. The family didn't plan on having me come along, but my husband, like he said, begged them to invite me. This isn't just with me. His brother-in-law's girlfriend wasn't invited as well. Edit 3. They paid for my expenses, so I didn't want to act like I'm being needy or something. Now for some comments. Not the bonehead. It's offensive for your husband and his family to exclude you from this dinner. Their reason for doing so is atrocious. It's even worse for him to not inform you in advance that he'd be having dinner without you. That your husband doesn't understand why his behavior and his family's behavior is completely unacceptable just compounds their boneheadedness. What the hell did I just read? The only response should be, not the bonehead. Your hubby is a massive bonehead for not standing up for you, for going behind your back to a meal in a group vacation, for being surprised and upset that you left that vacation to go home and is now giving you the silent treatment. Honey, I have never said this in a post as it's just a snapshot of a relationship, but this relationship is toxic. You need to leave and not look back. He's never going to support you or choose you over his family. WTF, you're so low class you can't eat at a nice restaurant? What does that even mean? You need a new husband. He should have stuck up for you. Either you both go or neither goes. Not the bonehead. You underreacted. His family may be a bunch of boneheads, but he didn't defend you when his mother says such atrocities. He actually thinks his mother is right and you don't belong there. Get out now, fast, and find yourself someone who appreciates you. Not the bonehead. This is ridiculous, and I can't believe I have to ask if I'm the bonehead, but here we go. I, 27 female, have been together with my husband Nate for over 10 years and married for 4. I don't have the best relationship with my mother-in-law as she always seems to police what I eat. Everyone in my family has very fast metabolism. I'm also working with horses, so due to this I burn a lot of calories, about 2,500 to 3,000 a day, and usually have rather large meals to get the energy back, and I still remain skinny. Now to the event. My in-laws invited me and Nate for dinner last Friday. I was very busy back then and haven't eaten since about 6 to 7 a.m. and also didn't have a chance to have a snack before heading to the restaurant, so I was starving. I usually have something to eat before seeing my mother-in-law to avoid her comments. Due to this, I have ordered a large steak at the restaurant, which is meant for 2 people. It also came with prawns, bacon, and 2 sides. Please note it was not the most expensive item on the menu as some of my in-laws had significantly pricier dishes and we were all splitting the bill anyway. My mother-in-law started making comments about how I shouldn't be ordering what I can't eat since even her husband wouldn't be able to finish the dish, let alone someone my size. I smiled and said I haven't eaten since morning and I'm starving. If I don't finish the steak, I will take the leftovers home. I have easily finished the steak and was waiting for my dessert when mother-in-law flipped. She said I'm attention-seeking and was putting on a show. She also said I've made my father-in-law and brother-in-law feel uneasy and that a woman shouldn't eat that much. It's unhealthy and something is wrong with me. She has then demanded me and Nate to cover the entire bill as she wasn't planning on such a big expenditure. I said we're absolutely not covering the entire bill since it was meant to be split equally, and reminded her of the dishes she ordered that were significantly more expensive compared to my steak, including her starter. As a result, I was called a bonehead who has ruined a family dinner. Nate is on my side, but most of my in-laws are making very passive-aggressive posts on social media about it and keep sending me different articles of what might cause excessive eating. Now for some comments. Not the bonehead. I hope you stared at your mother-in-law dead straight in the eye as you took the last bite of your steak. Not the bonehead. Mother-in-law needs to chill out and mind her own business. You should tell your mother-in-law that you need the energy as you plan to bang her son like a screen door in a hurricane later. Not the bonehead. Put some distance between you and these people. You'll be better off. You didn't do a damn thing wrong. I sincerely hope that steak was delicious. So obviously, this is a screwed up situation all around. My dad is 58 and a severe alcoholic. I'm 22. I have a half-sister who is 45 and a full brother who is 24. They live in different states. I didn't stay behind to care for my dad, but I've really been his only support system. He has been in and out of rehab. He's been arrested for public intoxication, public indecency, DUI well over 20 times, and numerous other things that would probably break the rules to talk about them. This has been going on as long as I can remember. He's destitute, malnourished, and has advanced alcohol-related dementia, which is worse when he doesn't drink. He can't work, drive, or care for himself in any meaningful way. I've been there for all of it while my siblings left a long time ago and have done nothing other than an occasional check. My sister arranged for him to be put in a long-term care facility. She was not paying for it. It was state-funded, and it's fairly close to me. He was sober, but was caught several times stealing alcohol wipes to suck on them. I visited him twice, and it was like a horror show. I didn't realize places like this existed outside of the movies. During one of his coherent moments, he begged me to take him out. I told him the second he had access to alcohol, he'll drink again. He said he knew, but he's ready to die and he's at peace with it. I talked it over with my husband, and we hired a specialist to examine my dad. And he said if he drinks, he has maybe 6 months left. We did a quick remodel on our house, so my dad will have easy access to a bathroom. And we said we will buy him a 30-pack of cheap beer a day and he can stay with us until he's gone. Yes, it sucks, but on one hand, he has his family. He is not covered in bed bugs. He's clean and has entertainment. He's not stealing to fund his habit. He's not bothering the public, and he won't get arrested. My siblings think that he was going to get better in the facility and think I've signed him up for a death sentence. I told them that they're welcome to move him to a facility closer to them so they can be the ones to visit him and see his food covered in roaches and his bath being wiped down with chemicals. My sister said she can't because of her reputation as a real estate agent. My stomach hurt, I laughed so hard. And my brother said he doesn't want his kids to see their grandpa like that. Both ridiculous excuses, but they insist on being angry with me when I'm the one who has borne all the stress and headaches of seeing this in person. To me, this allows a man who has made some terrible choices in his life the ability to at least not linger in some hellhole for the next 10 years and die as crappy as he lived, but at least on his own terms. Am I the bonehead? Edit. I can't believe how this blew up. I'm sorry I can't respond to everyone, but such a sincere thank you to the first few comments in the threads with all the extremely helpful and critical information that my husband and I did not know. P said, "Can I comment on my post? Can the guy who keeps sending me private messages accusing this of being fake because of the ages just comment here? Or at least read this? Yes, my dad had my sister when he was 13. There is some family gossip that his daughter may actually be his sister or his cousin, meaning she's my aunt or cousin once removed. But I'm not lying about the ages, and I'm happy to discuss it publicly. But either you hit the save button one too many times, or are really obsessed with my lie." Now for some comments. Not the bonehead. You're showing a tremendous amount of compassion in his final stage. Your heart is warm and it's going to be really awful, but from the sounds of things, you're doing the best thing. Speak to a social worker where he's staying. Get some referrals for home help and home nursing. You'll find they more than likely offer it for free from more than one place. Social worker here with years of experience in this area. You're doing something called harm reduction model. Try Googling it and share information with your family, but don't expect anyone to understand. I've been to those facilities and I believe you. Clean and healthy food is better. The key here is self-determination and respect. Good luck. This is going to suck, but you are amazing. I feel like you've done your research here. If there's really no other way, just death at home with you versus a disgusting facility alone, you're making a merciful choice. You have a father who, for all intents and purposes, has messed his life up and negatively impacted his children's lives. I think many people would tell him to rot. And as someone in recovery myself, I'd like to believe everyone can stop drinking, but the man does not want to and states that. Not the bonehead. The man is dying and he has made his choices to get him here. I think it's kind for you to let him die comfortably. At least you can live the rest of your life knowing he wasn't somewhere disgusting with no family around. I'm really confused about this whole situation. I, 26 male, have a younger brother, 20 male, who I'm really close with. He has really wanted to see the Barbie movie. He's been sad lately after breaking up with his boyfriend, so I offered to take him to see the movie with me, and I even offered to wear pink with him and dress up. He seemed really excited about it and we went last night. He had a really good time and we took a picture. I was showing my girlfriend and she started saying how I embarrassed her by doing that, and if people who know my brother see the picture, they're going to think we're dating and some other stuff, and she left the house. Now she's not talking to me. I'm really confused. I was just trying to do something nice for my brother, but this is making me wonder if I did something wrong. Now for some comments. Not the bonehead. And she's ridiculous and homophobic. OP replied, yeah, that's what I'm starting to think. She's never said anything homophobic in the past, but I'm thinking she's been hiding it, and I don't want to be with someone who is homophobic, especially when my brother is gay. Not the bonehead. You were being a good brother. Your girlfriend is either immature, homophobic, or both. You did nothing wrong here, and I'm sure your brother appreciates you spending time with him and being supportive in a time when he was down. If your girlfriend won't talk to you because you were being a supportive brother, then good riddance, honestly. OP replied, thank you. Yeah, I think he did appreciate it. He's already texted today thanking me again for doing that again, and he seems happier. If she doesn't support that, then oh well. Not the bonehead. Your girlfriend is a homophobe and a toxic gender essentialist misogynist. What kind of freak gets mad at their boyfriend for being a supportive older brother for his gay brother and confident enough in themselves to wear pink, dress up, and go see Barbie? You sound like a nice, secure dude who is a family guy, and you deserve much better than an immature girlfriend. Maybe she should see Barbie. She could learn something about feminism. OP replied, thank you, and yeah, that's why I was confused. I had no idea why she did that. I feel like she definitely is homophobic, which I don't want to be around. What do you think? Please let me know in the comments below. If you like these stories, please consider subscribing. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next Reddit story. In the meantime, please take care of yourself. Bye for now.